Hello everyone, and welcome to my BNB official 24 YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel and thumbs up. Steffi credits Sheila Carter for saving her life in shocking admission. Have they turned the corner? Bold and beautiful spoilers reveal Steffy Forrester's bombshell admission as she praises her longtime rival Sheila Carter for sparing her life after Luna's deadly attack. Will this change everything? Steffy Forrester credits Sheila Carter for saving her life in shocking admission. The moment BNB fans never thought they'd witness. Did Steffy Forrester just praise her deadliest enemy for saving her life? After years of hostility, shootings, and attempted murder, the unthinkable happened. Steffi actually gave Sheila Carter credit for helping saving her during Luna Nozawa's tragic beach home attack. And we're still trying to comprehend the shock. The beach house showdown that changed everything. It all took down during that terrible confrontation on July 4th. Luna, driven by her obsession with her father Finn Finnegan, had drawn Steffi into a trap at the beach house. The crazy young woman held Steffi at gunpoint, accusing her for keeping Finn and little Hayes away from her. Talk about taking daddy issues to a whole new level. But here's when things get wild. Sheila Carter, yes, the same lady who shot Steffi and Finn and left them for dead, hurried to the scene. After convincing Taylor Hayes to reveal Steffi's location, Sheila burst in trying to talk Luna down. Do the right thing, she implored her granddaughter. The scene escalated into mayhem. Sheila grabbed for the gun and shots rang out. Multiple shots. When the smoke cleared, all three women were hurt. Sheila lost a toe. Steffi took a bullet to the foot, and Luna didn't make it. The words nobody expected to hear. After being rushed to the hospital and escaping yet another brush with death, Steffi dropped the bomb that has fans divided. Speaking to her father, Ridge Forrester, she said the words that nobody, and I repeat nobody, expected to fall out of her mouth. Liam saved my life. And Sheila, just like that. No qualifications. No, but she's still evil. Just a plain recognition that Sheila Carter helped save her life. Has hell frozen over? Are we in an other universe? What this means for the future? Let's be real here. One heroic gesture doesn't change the reality that Sheila practically shot both Steffi and Finn at their own wedding reception. She's tortured this family for years. She's faked her death more times than we can count. She's done awful things. But, and this is a big but, she also endangered her own life to save Steffi. She lost a toe in the process. That's some real dedication to protecting her son's bride. The question now is, will Steffi's gratitude last? Or is this only a short moment of acknowledgement before she goes back to keeping Sheila at arm's length? And what about Finn? He just lost his daughter Luna, even if she was extremely crazy. His birth mother saved his wife. His adoptive mother, Lee Finnegan, is undoubtedly having a field day with all this drama. The poor guy must be emotionally drained. The shocking aftermath no one saw coming. Here's the kicker that has everyone talking. Puppy Nozawa, Luna's own mother, expressed relief that her daughter was dead. I'm glad my daughter's dead, she reportedly said. What type of mother says that? Even if your kid is struggling, that's icy cold. It makes you question what else happened in Luna's history that we don't know about. Meanwhile, supporters are completely split. Some are hoping this is the beginning of Sheila's redemption arc. Others are yelling at their TVs, imploring Steffi not to let her guard down. After all, this is Sheila Carter we're talking about. The woman who's been reformed around 17 times before going right back to her evil ways. Will this change anything? Look, we've been watching operas long enough to know that nothing is ever straightforward. Steffi appreciating Sheila's heroics is huge. Huge. But will it genuinely change their dynamic? The smart money predicts Steffi will retain her boundaries. She might be thankful, but she's not foolish. She knows what Sheila is capable of. One act of courage doesn't erase years of terror. But then again, this is the bold and the beautiful. Stranger things have happened. Remember when everyone believed Taylor was dead? Twice? Or when Ridge couldn't figure out who he loved for literally decades? With Luna dead and Sheila having demonstrated she'll protect Steffy when it counts, may we actually see a thaw in their relationship? Could Sheila finally have access to her grandson Hayes? Will Finn be trapped in the middle of his wife and his birth mother? One thing's for sure. This storyline is far from over. Steffy's revelation has opened a door that can't be quickly closed. Whether that leads to repentance, manipulation, or further anarchy remains to be seen. But knowing Sheila Carter, she's already calculating how to use this to her advantage. Because leopards don't alter their spots, even when they're -1 toe. Liam rushed back to emergency surgery. Grace insists on operating. The bold and the beautiful spoilers claim that Liam Spencer will be rushed back to emergency surgery. But it looks like Grace Buckingham will insist on operating this time around. After Liam was taken into the hospital with a gunshot wound, Grace wanted to take the lead since he's her patient. Unfortunately, would have meant waiting for another doctor to arrive for Sheila Sharp's own surgery. John Finnegan didn't want to delay things, so he encouraged Grace to help Sheila while he concentrated on Liam instead. Although Finn extracted the bullet and saved Liam's life, he's not out of the woods yet. There's always the potential of post-op complications, especially since Liam's already been struggling with other health difficulties. As Steffy Forrester pointed out, Liam hasn't been strong in quite a while. It's not like Liam was at the top of his game coming into this adventure, given he's suffering from an inoperable brain tumor. Liam has been weak, so it could play a role in what comes next on B&B. It appears Liam will have a setback in his recuperation since he'll have to return to the operation room during the week of July 14th to 18th. Grace will insist on handling Liam's next surgery, which makes sense because she's oddly passionate about his treatment. Even before all this shooting mayhem played out, Grace grew fairly upset about Liam's tumor condition. Finn pointed out that it was up to Liam whether he wanted to risk adverse effects and a worse quality of life in the time he had left. However, Grace was downright pushy about trying to get Liam into a mix of chemo and radiation. Of course, the goal has now become helping Liam through this shooting-related problem. Liam has to survive the consequences of his Luna Nozawa fight before he can accomplish anything else. Grace will continue forward with Liam's next round of emergency surgery and realize there's a lot riding on it. Bill Spencer will know that too, along with Liam's other loved ones, as they eagerly await word on whether he's going to make it. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal Liam will thankfully emerge from the or alive once more. But there's still plenty of terrible news to coming in this plotline. Steffy tries to kick Bill out of hospital. The bold and the beautiful recap for Friday, July 11th, shows that Steffy Forrester sought to kick Bill Spencer out of the hospital while Sheila Sharp mourned the loss of Luna Nozawa. After Poppy Nozawa reiterated that she was delighted Luna was dead, Lee Finnegan pulled her away and scolded her in private. Poppy was a dreadful mother as far as Lee was concerned. Therefore, she felt Luna never had a chance with her for a mom. However, Poppy sneered over Lee suddenly seeming to care. Lee remembered Luna being a sweet girl when she was younger and thought her niece would have turned out better without Poppy's participation in her life. Poppy ranted about all the danger Luna unleashed, but Lee still took pity on her. After Deacon Sharp joked around about Sheila running out of her 9 lives, he eventually went to collect some Luna facts for her. In Liam Spencer's hospital room on Friday's B&B episode, he remained unconscious. After Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes arrived up outside the waiting area, Steffy gave them updates on Liam's condition and the fact that he saved her life. Once Bill came storming in, Hope Logan let him know that Liam made it through surgery. Steffy claimed that Bill didn't deserve to be there and recapped how Luna tried to kill her until Liam intervened. After Steffy, Ridge, and Taylor blamed Bill for what transpired, Steffy pushed him to get out of there. Bill was sorry for everything, but he refused to leave Liam and still wanted to see him. Steffy made it obvious that Bill was the reason Liam could have died and that Luna drew a gun on Will Spencer, too. Bill reeled at the sting operation news and demanded to know why he was just now hearing about it. Steffy continued to throw blame at Bill, who hated all the ways he'd failed Liam. Now Bill attempted to convey his love to Liam and persuade him to fight, but Steffy remained furious with him. Once Deacon discovered John Finnegan, they both proceeded to Sheila's room together. Sheila had concerns about Luna and was horrified to learn her grandchild didn't make it, so Deacon hugged her while she grieved. Back with hope, she visited Liam's bedside again and gave him another speech about how she wasn't ready to say goodbye. Steffy ultimately joined Hope as they embraced and refused to lose Liam to this dreadful Luna tragedy. Lee's next sneaky Luna move. Bill pushes Liam to wake up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Monday, July 14th, state that Lee Finnegan may plot her next cunning Luna Nozoa move as Bill Spencer pushes Liam Spencer to wake up. Despite Steffy Forrester's wrath and desire to get rid of Bill in the hospital, he can't leave Liam just now. Bill knows he's made some major blunders, especially when it comes to Luna and this second opportunity he gave her. Since Bill's the reason Luna was able to go off the rails and shoot Liam, he certainly feels bad about that. Nevertheless, Bill's banking on Liam to embrace some of that Spencer strength and pull through this tragedy. The worst of it's over since Liam made it through surgery. Now Liam only has to wake up and give some reassurance to all his loved ones. Steffy and Hope Logan have been giving sad speeches by Liam's bedside, but he still hasn't recovered consciousness. Now that Bill's ready to sit by Liam and talk from the heart as well, he'll push Liam to wake up and just might get his dream. Will Liam ultimately open his eyes for Bill and experience a romantic reunion with him? Of course. Bill still doesn't know about Liam's inoperable brain tumor, so that's a crushing blow that'll come at some point. We'll see if Liam himself confesses that news to his dad or if Hope might spill it instead. On the plus side, there have been on-screen indications to suggest that Liam will survive after all since things have been so fishy with Grace Buckingham. What is Grace really up to? Between Grace's strange conduct and the news that Liam will still be broadcasting in September, there are excellent grounds to have hope that he'll get out of all this alive. Despite Lee's vow that Luna is gone for good, she's another B&B figure who's obviously cheated death. It's simple to tell that Lee must have hidden Luna, but does she have an accomplice in the hospital? What will Lee's next cunning move be when it comes to putting Luna up for a hidden full recovery elsewhere? Whatever the case, Lee may arouse questions if she starts disappearing more regularly and behaving secretive. It'll be fascinating to watch if John Finnegan picks up on any weird feelings from his adoptive mom. Steffy credits Sheila Carter for saving her life, a shocking twist that turns everything upside down. Nobody, and we mean nobody, could have ever predicted this moment on The Bold and the Beautiful. Not after decades of slaughter, betrayals, broken families, and terrible trauma. Not after Sheila Carter shot both Steffy Forrester and Finn, left them for dead in an alley, faked her own death, returned again and again like some unstoppable force of evil. And yet, here we are, in a moment that's already being engraved into B&B history as one of the most inconceivable, soul-shaking, and paradigm-shattering events of all time. Steffy Forrester hailed Sheila Carter for saving her life. Fans are screaming, characters are reeling, and the ripple effect is already crashing into the foundations of every important family in Los Angeles. It all began with Luna Nozoa's descent into madness, a holiday beach house standoff that left 3 women bleeding, a family destroyed, and Steffy uttering 5 words that may have just rewritten the rules of everything we thought we knew. Liam saved me, and Sheila. Those words have haunted Ridge, Taylor, Finn, and even Sheila herself in the days since, as everyone struggles to process the impossible, that Sheila, the monster who ruined so many lives, acted heroically and may have finally done something worthy of forgiveness. But is that even possible? July 4th, the beach house showdown. The seeds of this mind-bending twist were planted during the shocking events of July 4th. Steffy had gone to the family's Malibu beach house believing she'd be seeing Finn and Hayes for a relaxing day. But Luna, reeling from loss, falling into delusion, and burdened by the tragic knowledge that Finn was her biological father, had already prepared a trap. She believed Steffy was the hurdle between her and the family she thought she deserved between her and Finn. What unfolded next was sheer terror. Luna drew a gun. She trapped Steffy in the living room, blaming her for every ounce of pain in her life. She yelled about being erased, about being hushed, about the lies her mother Poppy told and the life she was denied. "You stole him from me," she sobbed. Steffy tried to argue with her, but Luna was too far gone. That's then Sheila Carter emerged, barging in like a woman possessed. Fueled by a mother's instinct, plagued by her own guilt, and determined to protect her son's wife and potentially her one true shot at forgiveness, Sheila pleaded with Luna to stop. "You are not a killer," she replied, voice shaking. "Don't do what I did. Don't throw away your soul." It was the most human we've ever seen her. And suddenly, in a move no one saw coming, Sheila went for the gun. It went off. Once. Twice. Chaos. Screams. Blood. Luna went down. Steffy slumped, shot in the foot. Sheila slumped to the ground, wailing in anguish. She'd lost a toe in the scuffle. By the time paramedics came, the beach house looked like a war zone. All three women were brought to the hospital. Luna was unresponsive. Sheila was in shock. And Steffy survived. Again. And the entire city braced for the fallout. Steffy shocks everyone with her gratitude. No one predicted what occurred next. As Ridge, Taylor, and Finn waited nervously by Steffy's hospital bed, she recalled what happened. The gun, Luna's wrath, the instant the trigger was squeezed. But then came the portion that left jaws on the floor. "Liam saved my life," she whispered quietly, eyes twitching. And so did Sheila. Silence. Stunned amazement. Ridge became pallid. Taylor gasped. Finn staggered back. Steffy's words hung in the air like thunder, breaking the very fabric of their world. Was she serious? Was the suffering clouding her judgment? Or was it conceivable, just possible, that Sheila Carter had actually acted out of love, not manipulation? The fallout. Sheila's hospital room became a magnet for drama. Deacon Sharp hugged her as she broke down at Luna's death. "I tried," she wept. "She was my granddaughter." And for the first time, viewers saw something real in her. Something maternal. Something painfully human. Meanwhile, Steffy's admission sent shockwaves across the Forresters. Ridge, outraged, refused to acknowledge Sheila's involvement as anything but luck. Taylor, however, was more rattled. Maybe she really did try," she mumbled, unsure of herself for the first time in years. But the person most affected was Finn, trapped between the lady who gave him life and the wife he almost lost again. His brain spun as the truths collided. Luna was gone. Sheila had saved Steffy. Lee, his adoptive mother, was grieving too, not just from the tragedy, but by Poppy Nozawa's frigid reaction. "I'm glad my daughter's dead," Poppy had remarked, surprising even the most hardened viewers. What type of mother says that? Lee, Luna, and a potential cover-up. Of course, on B&B, death is rarely the end. And many are already wondering that Luna may not be as gone as Lee wants everyone to believe. Her cool, controlled manner, her refusal to let anyone view the body, her sudden disappearances around the hospital, all indicators are pointing to a secret. One Lee may be hiding for reasons only she understands. Could she be protecting Luna from prison? Is she trying to quietly rehabilitate her like she previously did with Finn after his shooting? And if so, what will happen if Sheila finds out that her granddaughter might be alive? Liam's condition takes a turn. Meanwhile, Liam, already in severe condition after trying to disarm Luna, is far from safe. After initial surgery, he developed a relapse. A post-op problem prompted him back into emergency surgery. This time, Grace Buckingham insisted on taking control. Her fascination with Liam's case, especially in light of his inoperable brain tumor, has raised eyebrows. She's been demanding, emotional, and bizarrely invested. Finn permitted her to operate, but the tension was tremendous. As Liam flatlined briefly on the table, Grace pushed boundaries to resuscitate him. He survived again but remains unconscious. Hope, Logan, and Steffy have taken turns by his bedside.